I'm Bob Krause. I'm the Dean of the John D. Haugaard School of Aerospace Sciences here at the University of North Dakota. We are here to celebrate this year's and last year's induction into the UND Aerospace Hall of Fame. So we're excited that we have 6 of the 7 recipients were here. One individual was not able to make it due to some airline issues, which we should have been able to fix because we are the College of Aerospace Sciences. Thank you all.
Becoming quickly one of our favorite traditions, which is to honor our amazing alumni at homecoming each year.
I've been extremely fortunate in my life to have been part of what I kind of call the inner circle of 2 of the most dynamic and visionary leaders, I think, in aviation. The first, of course, was John. The second was Don Burr, the founder and chairman of People Express Airlines. And John and Don met briefly in Newark back in the early 1980s. I'm working for Continental Airlines in Los Angeles, and I was walking up the concourse of Terminal 6 at LAX, and a young pilot caught my eye. He came walking towards me, and he stopped me, and he said, "Are you Larry Martin?" And I said, "I am." I said, "Should I know you?" And he said, "No." He said, "But I want to thank you because of you today. I'm an airline pilot." And I said, "Yeah, you're going to have to connect the dots for me on that one." I said, I can't get from here to there. He said, "I was one of the first people out of UND to go to work at People Express as a flight engineer." And he said, "Today I'm a first officer on a 737. And he said, "And I just want to say thank you." The older I get, the more I reflect back on, did I make a difference? When I think about what it means to be inducted into the UND Aerospace Hall of Fame, what it says to me is that, at least in the case of UND Aerospace, my brother and I both made a difference. Thank you so much for being here today.
I'm almost lost for words, and those of you that know me, that's not very often. So I'll make this briefly. What I really appreciate probably the most is everybody I worked with. The one thing that separates UND Aerospace from everywhere else, I feel, in the aviation industry is teamwork. We know it's not one person. So there's a lot of people that deserves this award. I appreciate getting it. So I want to thank you for that. On our 20th anniversary of Arizona, of Phoenix, I think I was at MC, and I think I recognized everybody in the group, but the most important person in the group, until Bruce Smith reminded me that I had screwed up. But anyway, for nearly 50 years, the most important person in my life, and the reason I was able to be successful and make it through, is my wife, Michelle. So I'd like to thank my wife, Michelle, for being here. Again, thank you very much. I'm very, very honored and appreciate it. Thank you.
this is just unbelievable, is what this is to me. As the other guests have, or the honorees have spoken, I want to start with family first. Oftentimes you always hear family at the end, but I'm thinking none of this would have happened in my career had I not had a team. And Joan, who I met 40 years ago this month, she was a student at the College of Nursing, and I asked her out for a date. We went flying. I was a CFI, and the very first time we're at the date, I had a student, and I was reaching in the back seat of the 172 to grab the hood, and Joan thought I was meaning to hold her hand for the takeoff. So she grabbed my hand, and I said, "That's lovely, but could you pass me that hood?" Put that on the student. 40 years. Minnesota kid, I would have never thought in a million years I would be able to do the things that I have done. The 30 years of leadership at Horizon Air, I'm now in my 37th year of flying the line, but 30 years of leadership with the airline, had the opportunity to see and experience so many things. So once again, thanks for this. It's deeply, deeply an honor, and I would have never thought in a million years I was going to be here, so thank you. I'm honored.
Overwhelming. Doesn't even start to describe how I feel. Very honored as well. In fact, when Paul called me 2 years ago to congratulate me, I said, but wait a minute, I'm just Jeff. Are you sure you got the name right, Paul? And he said, yes, congratulations. So thank you for that, and thank you for everyone to be here to help celebrate, and also congratulations to all these other fine inductees. Don in particular, so it's very, he has a distinct honor actually of being the evaluator that failed me on my one and only fail in my aviation degree. And here I am now, inducted in the Hall of Fame right next door. Thank you, Don, and damn those MDBs. John had us there, and he gave us this ring, and he said, you know, I'm really proud of you, and you should all be proud of yourselves for representing this university so well. And no matter what happens from this point forward, you can always rest assured that you are a national champion and should be very proud of that. And then I looked at the interviews and I said there would be nothing that would make me more proud than to wear a Delta uniform. Took the ring, put it back in the briefcase, shook their hands, they escorted me out to the waiting room. And 5 minutes later, the chief pilot comes out to get the next victim, and he looked at me, and this is something that they wouldn't normally do. He looked at me and he said, Jeff, you're gonna look great in a Delta uniform. It was really, really special, and I've been wearing that uniform proudly for 22 years now. And now full circle. Sorry, I knew that was gonna happen. Full circle back here to UND, and this is my proudest moment. Thank you.
first exposure to UND aviation was exposure to a very proactive John Haugaard, or JDO as he refers to him. I'd left the Air Force to continue my college, interrupted by the Vietnam conflict. I'd enrolled at Parsons College in Fairfield, Iowa. That name might sound familiar to some. On recommendation from the base education officer, he had a strong desire to make aviation aerospace his life career, and Parsons had a very attractive program with excellent staff. However, after his first semester, Parsons failed due to financial difficulties. JDO knew about the closure and flew from Grand Forks and several UND aviation students. John's purpose was to actively recruit Parsons aviation students to the UND aviation program, and his proactive approach and his personal confidence soon had the keen attention of myself and several others. Another pivotal moment for me was when John talked about the Northwest Airlines senior management regarding setting up an internship. I was to be the first intern at Northwest. John was so convincing that the HR director flew to Grand Forks to interview me. What followed was a summer internship at Northwest and a management position to follow. That Northwest experience opportunity established a firm foundation for myself in aerospace, for which I'm very grateful. JDO was not the only supportive member of the UND Aviation. In particular, Don Smith and JDO were much alike. I learned to appreciate their strong entrepreneurial styles, two very excellent role models. Don's real-world experience added a depth to the UND Aviation program that made a significant difference for students and the department. Don's network in business was phenomenal. I recall Don advising that he could put me in contact with someone at Lockheed if I was interested, working in the Middle East, and I think in Saudi Arabia. I'd spent 2.5 years internationally, so he thought it'd be a natural to work outside the U.S. I'd already made up my mind on Northwest, but Don's offer was something special. I felt that the staff at UND circa 1973 to 75 were exceptional and highly instrumental in shaping aerospace career opportunities for the students. Now, with almost 50 years of hindsight, I see the proof is in the reach of UND and aerospace throughout the world. Hal, we are sorry that you're not here, but I'd like to welcome you into the 2021 UND Aerospace Hall of Fame.
Boy, indeed, I'm in what I would call rarefied air. I listen to the other honorees, and I'm just humbled by what's going on here today. I mean, these are pillars of the aviation community, and I just feel so small in comparison to the rest of them. So. I brought some props here today, and this quite literally has been hanging in my office for the past 15 years. And for those of you that can't see it, it's the Dos Equis man, and it talks like this. It says, "I don't always talk to UND graduates, but when I do, I ask for fries and a shake." and you know, that's not disparaging. What it really gives me is a couple of things that have been my leadership principles for a while. And first one is never take yourself very seriously. I mean, life's too short to take yourself seriously. And the second one is really another tenet of my style is never be the smartest guy in the room. Always try and invite the best talent you can and try to make it as collaborative as you can, because that's how you come up with the best decisions. So. My career and my education at UND has provided me what I'd call a boy's adventure tale. And in that respect, I'll give you one bullet point. On Wednesday, I just got back from Lisbon, Portugal, where I ran my 34th marathon. And so I've been doing that a long time. But here I stand at the pinnacle of my career at the John D. Haugaard UND Aviation Hall of Fame induction. My aviation career has given me what I would call a worldly vision. I've seen many, many different cultures. met people from many, many diverse backgrounds. But you know what? It's all one, humanity. Everyone wants the same thing. They all want prosperity. They all want peace. And I've really grown to see that as I've traveled the world. Around 2008, and Jonathan talked about it, I started the Polar Plunge. And we started with $7,000, but over the years we built it up, and just recently we passed the $1 million mark for Polar Plunge. I was so proud in 2020, right before the pandemic, we had over 430 people from around the world coming to Minneapolis to do the Polar Plunge. And I just couldn't believe it. So to support that great organization and to pay it forward has been very gratifying to me. So with that, I'll conclude again. Thank you so much for the honor. Thank you so much to everybody who made it possible, because it isn't just me, it's the people around me whose shoulders I've climbed on for this award. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dean Krause, and all those involved in the nominating process. I thank you for this gathering and special recognition, and congratulations to my fellow inductees today. This is truly an honor and a testament to the legacy of John D. Haugaard and what he has started here and built here and is continued to be built upon. I have been blessed with a wonderful and fulfilling 50-year career in aviation, but none of us are an island. We're all interconnected community, and without active support of our family, friends, mentors, fellow employees over the years, none of what I've been able to achieve would have been possible. And I'm grateful for the start that I got here at UND. Building a career is much like building a house. You need a strong foundation, and the cornerstone of that foundation is your education. I mentioned that plaque, and I've kept that plaque, and it traveled with me. It was on my desk wherever I went, where chance favors the prepared mind. Well, without a doubt, the training and education I received here at the University of North Dakota contributed to my career success. So thank you to John Haugaard for creating this world-class institution of higher learning. What a visionary, what a legacy. So I share this induction into the UND Aerospace Hall of Fame with Claudia, my family, network of friends, and past employees. And finally, let me leave you with this old quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. The past is history, the future is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Thank you all for my present.